Hello and welcome to another PC Engine stream. It's been a couple of months since we last did one of these, where we were exploring Sega arcade ports, and that ended up becoming, I think, the most viewed stream I've ever done, which was quite surprising. So I hope you'll like this. Also, hi, I'm doing very good, thanks. Yeah, nice and chill. I'm literally just sat in my pajamas right now, which is kind of quite funny. But yeah, definitely ready to go and play some PC Engine shooters. So we do have the Wheel of Doom as per. Because there's that many shooters on the system, it just looks completely broken and unreadable. So I'm actually going to have to use the external website link from Streamlabs to actually see what the next game is. So you won't actually be able to see the wheel properly, which is kind of a shame. But I mean, hey, I want this to be properly random and have some really crazy games on here. So this is the only way to do it. But with that being said, because I had the thumbnail being Soldier Blade, I thought I would do that game first, just to, make sure it's not clickbaity or whatever, because, well, let's be honest, it's probably the one that most people want to see, because I feel like it's the most hyped shoot up on the console. So we'll definitely start off with that, and then we'll try and get into some more random ones. Now, I am planning to do this as a two-part thing because there's just way too many games and we're going to miss a lot of the more well-known ones. So this first part will just be random games outside Soldier Blade, and then when we eventually do part 2, I'll probably focus more on ones that are more personal favorites. So we won't use the Wheel of Doom so much. It'll more be of my own selections and viewer suggestions maybe. So that's kind of the format we're going to run with this, because yeah, there's just way too many games to do in one stream. Before I spend the whole stream just talking like this, I should probably start a game, shouldn't we? So if you actually want to get through a few of these. So let's jump into some Soldier Blade, shall we? Also, when I did the last PC Engine stream, I mentioned about how I was having issues with my cable only being mono. And after that stream, someone actually reached out to me and suggested a website in the UK where I could get a stereo cable, and I do have that now, and it seems to work quite well. So yeah, this stream we should actually have some stereo sound, which should be nice. Now, as for the CD ones, I don't actually have a PC Engine CD, because obviously I'm streaming this from real hardware. So unfortunately, we're going to be limited to Hue card only games. So apologies about that. Yeah, there are some really cool CD games, but if I don't have the hardware to stream it from, then it's just not possible. Sorry. But hey, there's still plenty of fun Hue card games, so it should still be fun. Well, I imagine some of these games will be playing for longer than others, because well, the difficulties can range quite a bit with these games. So something like Soldier Blade here, we hopefully should be playing for a good 25, maybe 30 minutes, depending on how well we do. Then there'll be other games that we might get onto, say, Tatsujin, where I'm going to struggle to get through the first stage and we'll be dead in 5 minutes. So, yeah. Not all shoot 'em ups are created equal on this platform, as we will explore later on. But we're definitely starting off with one of the best. So it's definitely going to set a high benchmark for the rest of the games in the stream. Yeah, there is an EverDrive where you can play CD games, but I'm pretty sure it's cheaper to just buy a PC Engine CD, and then because you don't have copy protection, you can just burn your own games. I feel like I'd rather go down that route, because you're not emulating anything through hardware or whatever. It's just all legit. The problem is that trying to find a PC Engine CD that doesn't have a broken disk drive is quite difficult. On ones that have been refurbed, they're pretty pricey, so that's why I haven't picked one up. But honestly, I'm just happy with the Hue card games, because there's still tons of really cool games on the cartridge format. Obviously, this was being a later release as well. It definitely shows off the hardware capabilities, and whether you class the system as being 8-bit or 16-bit, it's still a really, really good looking game. Unfortunately, it's expensive as hell these days though. So it's definitely not one I'm going to be tracking down anytime soon. I wasn't actually aware of some of these games having like pate mode. I know this Soldier Blades does, but all it does is it doesn't actually rotate the screen, it just makes the it just puts borders at the side and makes everything a bit narrower. It's kind of weird. It's great for if you're playing like on a widescreen TV where you can't change the aspect ratio, because it sort of corrects it back to how this looks. But apart from that, I can't really think of any reason why you'd want to use that. I don't know. Obviously, it's a PC Engine exclusive, this game, so of course it's designed to run in 4.3, so it looks normal. But yeah, it would have been cool to see like something like Raiden or 1943 have like dedicated pate mode. Wait, I think actually no, 1943 might have pate mode. I can't remember. Not that it matters because of the way we're streaming this anyway, but it would be cool if it was an option for certain games. I know a lot of Sega Saturn games do that, which is really cool. Even if it is impractical trying to like rotate your CRT. It's actually been quite a while since I last played this game, so it's nice to jump back in again. I was not looking what I was doing there. Great start. Oh, I know OBS is dropping frames again. You love to see it. Yeah, having an LS game on the PC Engine would have been so cool, but I'm actually really surprised there wasn't one. Because like, well, we got them on the MSX, the Master System, and the Mega Drive. So like, come on. It was just begging for one. I'm kind of gutted that the PC Engine didn't get a port of Star Force as well. I mean, I know it was quite an old game when the PC Engine came out, but like, I love the Famicom version, and I think the PC Engine could have done a really good job of that. So I'm pretty sure the I think the X68000 got a port, but I actually can't remember. It would have been like a great launch tile or something. But never mind. I've never actually tried a PC Engine Mini, no. I remember when they first came out, I didn't actually have an original PC Engine at the time, so I was thinking like, oh, this will be my way to get like a legit hardware. And then in the end, I ended up splashing out for a CoreGrafx anyway. Although, did they really need to make a mini version? I mean, the console's small as hell anyway. They could have just re-released it at full size and like no one would have known any different. Well, apart from the TurboGrafx Mini maybe, because that was a bit of a chunky boy. I think the reason why I didn't get one is because it was HD only and I wanted to use it on a CRT. That's one thing I think they really missed the trick of with those mini consoles, you know, actually having like options for you to connect it to old school TVs, because at the end of the day they're old games. They're never going to look great on a big flat screen. They need to be on a CRT. So to like not have the option to do that kind of feels like a missed opportunity, not going to lie. I mean, we're only running composite here, but I still think it looks, compared to like some other consoles, the composite output on the CoreGrafx is actually surprisingly clear. Yeah, I feel like NEC just assumes that people wouldn't take this console seriously if they left it at the original size, because obviously it was just fucking tiny, isn't it? It's just the whole like American, yeah, it's literally American bigger is better logic, like you say. And to be honest, that's not really changed, has it? Oh, to be fair, I think like the main issue with the TurboGrafx in America was it just came out too late. Like by that point, the Mega Drive was already out, which was obviously a more powerful system. It came out 3 years like after the Japanese version, so yeah, definitely way too late. Oh god, this is not a great first game, is it? Also, hey Valentine's Tube. I didn't realize that was you I was speaking to on Twitter. So you have a different name on there, don't you, I think? Unless I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I hadn't actually heard of that, the YM3012. And obviously, with it turning out that Furnace doesn't support it, that's probably why. So apologies for that. Also, yeah, the GameCube is funky as hell, but the controller's kind of meh for me, in my opinion. Like the buttons and stuff being all kind of different shapes and things just feels a bit weird. But hey, it's still a massive improvement over the N64, so you can't complain too much. But at the same time, you can't really get much worse than that controller, can you? Let's be honest here. Oh wow, we do not have a lot of lives left, do we? Forgot I lost like 2 right at the start. I feel like with this game my target is usually to try and get to about stage 4. Whether I'll actually make that or not on this run, I do not know, but... I guess the one upside if we die like quite quickly in this game is we get to showcase more games, but at the same time I want to show up as much of each game as possible, so... Yeah, it's a bit of a double-edged sword really, isn't it? Well, to be fair, I have streamed all 3 Star Soldier, the Star Soldier trilogy on the PC Engine about 2 years ago now, and we did get through the full Final Soldier game. So if you do want to see more of these games, maybe I'll put a link in the description to like when I stream that. Because yeah, I did a whole stream dedicated to just the Star Soldier games, so you can show them off a little bit more. I thought we were going to hit with that, and then not going to lie. Okay, I always hate when this boss sort of like gets stuck in the corner. I've had issues before, like with this game where it literally just doesn't move for ages, and then you just can't kill them. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's just taking too long, but it's just really weird and really annoying. Oh, there we go. Read eventually. There we go, that's more like it. I mean, if you're going off like the Americans having like things that are too big myth or whatever, then in theory the original Xbox like Duke controller should have been like the greatest controller ever made then, shouldn't it? Because that thing was chonky as hell. But people prefer the smaller design, so yeah. Bigger isn't always better. And yeah, I definitely agree with the whole like 1988 thing being like the latest. Oh, sorry, that it should have been released like in the West. I mean, Europe just got shafted completely. We didn't get it at all. So I mean, at least you got the system. At least America actually got the console, even if it wasn't in its optimal form. Mind you, I think even if it was released in Europe, people were too busy with their Sega Master Systems to give a shit. don't get me started on the Nintendo. Like, bro, their business policies in the 80s were sketchy as hell. Because it was still like an emerging industry, like there wasn't really anything anyone could do about it. There was just nothing in place to like prevent that kind of behaviour. I mean, thankfully there is now, but yeah. Fuck Nintendo. I think there were like some companies like that imported TurboGrafx systems and convert them to PAL format, because you can see them on eBay. So like NEC never officially sold them, but there were like dedicated import companies that would like convert systems so people could use them in Europe. But obviously that's only in very small numbers compared to like actually properly releasing a console. I've no idea how that would affect the games though. Obviously this system's only ever available in 60 Hz officially, so playing these games in 50 Hz, is that going to make the music slower and stuff as well? I feel like that would just be really, really weird. Just crippling your system to make it work. I mean, yeah, Ninja Gaiden was kind of meh on the Master System, but it was still better than the PC Engine version. Like, have you seen the background scrolling on the PC Engine version of Ninja Gaiden? It is so broken. Oh, it's so nice actually being able to hear this music in stereo now on a real console. I've stuck with mono audio for way too long. I mean, Ninja Gaiden, like, on any of the 8-bit platforms, is just brutally difficult regardless, so it's just like, pick your poison, really. Either way, you're going to suffer. So I kind of stay clear away from all of them. I mean, I do have an original copy on the Famicom, which is kind of fun to play every now and then, but I can never get past, like, Stage 2B or whatever. I just get shafted immediately. But I will admit that the cinematics are really cool. And a very innovative thing for the time. So it's definitely a very influential game regardless of what you think of it. Oh god. This run is not going great, is it? What? Are we gonna die here? Are you kidding me? Are we seriously not even gonna get to stage 4? We're not, are we? Oh my god, that is terrible. Well, I guess we're jumping on another game sooner than I thought. Sheesh. Right, well, this is where we get the balked Wheel of Doom then. So this is going to look different to what the one on my screen is going to look like, because for some reason Streamlabs doesn't have the same wheel as the for the OBS window. I don't even know how to describe it yet. So you're going to see a wheel spin, but it's going to be a different game to what we're actually going to play next. I just thought I'd show you it to show how fucking stupid it is. And this is after I deleted a bunch of games as well. Oh, it's not even spinning on your screen anyway. Oh, it's broke. Lovely. But on my screen it says the next game is Barumba. I have no idea what that game is. I've never played it before. But it's going to be a new experience. So we're going to get to... straight away we're going to get to the weird and wacky stuff. I literally just went on a website. I can't remember what website it was, but I found a complete list of every PC Engine shoot 'em up. So I just entered them all into this list, and then took a couple out. Like, I did take Space Invaders and like Xevious out because they're more like generic games. I want to kind of focus more on like the exclusive games or the just the weird and wacky ones, like whatever the hell this is. No, the Sega games are not included. Oh, this is a lot louder. It's only shoot 'em ups included, and I don't think the only Sega I can think of is Fantasy Zone, and we already played that in the last stream, so I didn't include that on the list. Let me see if I can find the list for you. I'll put it in the chat. Bear with me 1 second. At least you get to watch the demo footage in the background anyway. Zaxxon wasn't on the PC Engine, was it? I don't think. Although it's kind of fun on the SG-1000. There you go, there's the list anyway. Yeah, Blazing Lasers is on the list. But under the Japanese name Gunhead. And yeah, Thunderblade and Afterburner, I think they're actually included on the list, on this list, but I've not included them because I want to do just traditional 2D shooters rather than like third-person perspective ones. Let's be fair, Thunderblade does have more traditional sections as well, doesn't it? But yeah, either way, we're just sticking with the standard horizontal and vertical scrolling shooters. So yeah, let's give this one a go then, shall we? Front island area, okay. I've never played this game. Oh, so you have to rotate. Oh, that's weird. So you have one button to shoot, and the other button rotates your bullets in the clockwise direction. That's kind of horrible, not gonna lie. This is... no, I don't like this. Why? Why? At least have it so it auto-shoots, and then you can choose the direction to move in, not be forced to one direction. This needs to be a twin-stick shooter, come on. Namco, you could have implemented the controls so much better than this. Why? Does the select do anything? Oh, okay, so we have a few different weapon types. So you press the select button to change your weapon to ones that you've collected. I'm assuming that the bottom left is also like maybe some hit points rather than like lives. So like 5 maybe? I don't know. I quite like the laser though. And it's quite nice that the game already has like turbo fire built in. You don't have to like use the turbo fire switch on your controller as well. Well, that makes a huge difference, obviously, with the turbo fire switch being built into the controller, but it's nice to not have to like worry about it anyway. But yeah, this whole like system where you have to move the bullets around, it's just it feels kind of clunky. I'm not really a fan, to be honest. It's different. It tries to give like, I appreciate they tried something different here, but I just don't think it's been implemented very well. Oh god. Oh yeah, I just noticed the life thing in the bottom left. We have actually taken a few hits. Oh my god. Yeah, we're so dead here, aren't we? The fact that you have to rotate like isn't the problem. It's the fact you can only rotate in one direction that kind of ruins it. Because if you want to move it to the left, you have to rotate it all the way around rather than just pressing a button. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, Galaga Agate is really fun, so hopefully that'll appear on the list. If not, we'll play it on part 2 when we just pick others. So yeah, that was... I can't remember what this game was called, but Burumba, I think. Yeah, very bizarre one from Namco. Probably a bit of a forgettable one. Definitely, I wouldn't recommend this one, to be honest, because there's just so many games on here we can just enjoy instead. But it's nice to at least try something I'd never played before, at the very least. Anyway, let's see what's next. I'm not even going to bother like putting the wheel on the screen anymore because it's just kind of redundant. So you're going to have to trust my word on what appears. So we have Sidearms. Oh, hell yeah. That's one of the better ones. I love that game. I was playing this one a few days ago just to like dig my PC Engine out for a little bit. Now this one we definitely need the turbo fire switches, otherwise you're going to be spamming the button so hard. And yeah, the R-Type thing is really annoying, because I actually have R-Type Part 1, but I don't have Part 2, so I only have half the game, like, on actual cartridge. So if I want to play Part 2, I just have to, like, either load up the US ROM, or just load up Part 2 on my EverDrive. Not that I get far enough in the game to, like, need that anyway. Like, I never get past, like, Stage 2 in that game. This game, on the other hand, I'm hoping we'll at least get a few stages through, because it is a really fun one. Definitely one of the more well-known ones. But yeah, we're definitely using the turbo fire for this. Otherwise, we would be screwed. Also, I love how, like, on my capture card, you can sort of, like, see the bottom weapon types. On my screen, I cannot see that at all. It is just missing. So, like, my capture card can, like, see more of the game than I can, which is weird. But yeah, we're going to go for the triple shock. That's definitely one of the better weapons, in my opinion. I have no idea who actually manufactured these cartridges, but yeah, seeing as Sega already had their own card format at the time, it would kind of make sense if they were made in the same place. I don't know. I think the cow... I'm not sure if the cow's a power-up or just a score bonus. I think it's probably just the latter. But either way, it's kind of weird to have that. I think I actually heard of the CoreGrafx thing, yeah. The CoreGrafx doesn't get enough love, does it? I mean, I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they released that. Like, why did NTSC even bother with the CoreGrafx? Like, come on. Don't just make a console and not make games for it. Like, that's the whole point. Bruh. Yeah, when you get like the alpha power up and things, you feel like... I was gonna say you feel it invincible, but if I say that, I'm probably gonna die on this boss. Yep. Right on cue. I just need to stop talking sometimes. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I literally jinxed myself. I shouldn't even be surprised anymore. That always happens, doesn't it? But hey, at least we actually got through stage 1 unlike the previous game. Okay, that'll do. One thing I do like about this game is that when you die, you only lose like your current power-up. You don't lose everything like in some other games. It's a little bit like from the Force 3 or from the Force games where you just lose one weapon. But at the same time, you can lose a lot of lives very quickly. Like the cooldown time from you dying and respawning is very, very short. Why am I doing so bad? Why am I doing so bad? See, you can see that. You can just immediately die. I'm doing really bad in these games tonight. Although one good thing is you do get continues with this game, so we'll use at least one continue, I think, to try and get a little bit further, if necessary. Oh, I hate these like things that follow you around. You're a bitch. Ugh. It kind of sucks that you have to pause the game to change your weapon and you can't just use the select button. Yeah, well, the select button just pauses the game, whereas like the run button also pauses the game. Like, why? If they had the select button like rotate between your weapons, I think that would have been a much better idea, but what do I know? It's not a big deal though. Oh my god, we are so dead. You know I'm like going full sweat mode when I stop talking. Oh, I'm glad you like the Master System stuff. I do want to make some more stuff soon, if I get around to it. I've had quite a few like requests for like other stuff recently though, so I'm kind of like debating like where my priorities should be. So I've got like another Yamaha DX21 thing on in the pipeline at the minute as well. Yeah, I definitely need to get back to doing some original stuff. It's like they don't get that many views, but as long as people like them, that's all that matters, I guess. It's usually like the Sonic stuff that I guess the most views, which probably isn't too surprising, but eh. The niche stuff's more fun. Well, I appreciate that you appreciate it, so cheers, lad. Oh my god, yeah, they don't really get much further, are we, in this game? That's a shame. Would have liked to have gone a bit further. Oh yeah, so the cows are just like score bonuses, yeah. Still bizarre that it's a collectible item. But yeah, we'll leave it there for this game. I have not tried Forgotten Worlds on the PC Engine CD, no. I'll be honest, I've barely played like PC Engine games in general. Like, obviously, I've only ever been able to play them for emulation, but I've never really like seen that kind of thing. As for like Dreamcast tracks on SMS stuff like that, I did do the forest theme from Final Fantasy Star Online a while back, so somewhat possible. Yeah, it's just I kind of rely more on MIDI files for that kind of music rather than the traditional like just visualizing the original chiptunes. So yeah, I've done a few bits, but obviously it would be nice to do some more stuff. Someone did do a couple of bits from Daytona USA off of the Game Gear like a very long time ago, if you look for them online. So there are a few bits knocking around. Anyway, the next game is called Ghost Manor. So again, I think that's another one I've never played before. So hopefully it's better than the last one we tried, which I can't even remember the name of anymore. I've got to find it on my list to delete it. Okay, let's find Ghost Manor, shall we? I would say an American game. Okay, that might not work then. Some US games have issues on my Everdrive for some reason. But yeah, I'll definitely like look into like Saturn and Dreamcast stuff maybe. It depends on whether I can find like sheet music for them. So I'm kind of rely on that as like a reference for that era gaming. So I'm kind of at the mercy of the community that makes MIDI files. Oh yeah, the Assetto Corsa thing was just like an April Fool's thing, yeah. Because I tried running it on my laptop, and my laptop doesn't have a graphics card, so they're like shit, so I just thought, how bad can we make the game look? Anyway, I have no idea what to expect from this game, so... This isn't a... Wait, why is this on the shoot 'em up list? What is this? Huh? What's happening? Is this a shooter or not? This isn't a shooter. It's like a run and gun kind of thing. I don't know. Does this even count? I mean, we'll roll with it. It's not. I don't even know why this is included in the list, but sure. What the? Huh? What is this game? I mean, it's a US exclusive, so I shouldn't expect much. I can't even shoot anymore. What? I can't shoot. I can't. What am I even meant to do here? I can't go up anywhere. Am I stuck? This music is also dreadful. Oh, we've got the Castlevania stairs. Gotta love them. Why does that, like... Am I losing health? Why is that hurting me? I'm legit confused, like, where I'm meant to go. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, you know what? Fuck this game. Let's play an actual shooter. I'm confused as to why that was included on the list, but... Yeah, that was quite painful. I'll leave the music on in the background though, so you can also suffer as well. Right, what's next? Cybercore. Okay, an actual shoot 'em up. Nice. Kind of what we're here for, let's be honest. I think I played this one like once or twice before, and I think it was quite decent, but I'll probably know more when it reappears again. Oh god, yeah, Contra on the PC would have been great. I think you can play the NES version on an EverDrive. Yeah, I actually have Contra on here. I have the NES version on here, which is kind of funny. Like a dedicated PC Engine version would have been really nice. Alright, let's play an actual shooter, shall we? A Castlevania stairs like that up. What'd you buy? Yeah, you just fall down this. You just go straight through them unless you like hold up. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you're in an old house without a banister, then yeah, sure. Castlevania stairs, I like that IRL. Oh, so this is one's kind of like Xevious, where you can like shoot ground targets at the same time. This is much more promising than the one we just played, though. So, nice start. This game reminds me a lot of Dragon Spirit by Namco. Definitely has a similar kind of vibe to it, and that's still a decent thing. Oh, they're ground targets, aren't they? Shit. You had a terrible experience with stairs in the UK. Wait, why? They're just stairs. Like, huh? I need to know that. Like, what's wrong with UK stairs? They're just stairs. Huh? Like, bro, where did you go? I mean, like, if you're like absolutely wanking, you're trying to find the toilets and the spoons, then yeah, the stairs are gonna mess you up. But it's like just in general, like, I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, if you ever get hungry, you can just punch a light bulb and then you just get scran. That's just how it works over here. Oh, okay, we're dead. Oh, we get sent back as well. It's one of those games. I hate when you get sent back. Like, I just did this far. I don't want to do it again. Okay, so you're just staying in like a really old place then that was just not modernized. I mean, that makes more sense now. Like, the place was just literally falling apart, basically. But that could be anywhere. Right, can we actually, like, not die this time, please? Okay, that's more like it. But the enemies fly you so fast in this one, don't they? Oh god, actual boss time. We're so dead. Oh wait, is it just a ground target? Okay. That's kind of mad. At least you can just hold the buttons down again with this one. How many hits do you need though? Oh, there we go. Hey, I actually got through stage 1. Nice. I mean, yeah, prices here have been kind of ridiculous the past couple of years. I mean, I missed most of the price hikes when I was in Japan, and then when I moved back to the UK, I was just like, what the fuck happened here then? But like, if you're basing the price on London, then that's not representative of the rest of the UK, because London is just way London's just crazy compared to everywhere else. So yeah. I mean, stuff in the north of England is definitely cheaper. So yeah, come up north, don't go down south. Word of advice. Yeah, it can be a little bit confusing trying to figure out like which targets are like air and ground targets. But if you just hold both buttons down and just hope for the best, you should be fine. As for game stock and physical sales, I think that actually might be happening. Yeah, I think it is. Because like most game store, most of like I think like game the company, most of their stores have actually shut down now, and they're just inside Sports Directs rather than having like their own dedicated stores. And mostly like the physical stuff they sell in there these days is just like merch and like phones rather than actual games. But to be honest, game has been shit for a long time. I kind of stopped buying stuff out of there when they stopped selling PS2 games, and that was a long time ago. Because like they're usually quite a bit more expensive than other places like CX or cash converters and stuff, so there was never really a reason to go there unless you were buying brand new games. And now like no one even really buys physical games anymore, which is kind of a shame, but that's just how the market is these days. So it's not surprising that they were going to stop eventually. And that's why you just buy old games instead. You know, because you actually own them then. And you don't have to wait 3 hours. Well, I say 3 hours, probably more than 3 hours to install stuff. And that's why we're here right now. Even if I am playing digital copies of these games, so it kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah. You get the point. Thankfully, like, a lot of, like, Master System Mega Drive games are still relatively affordable, like, in stores. Like other systems, like a lot of Nintendo-based stuff, or even like Sega Saturn and like PS1 stuff. There's stuff is getting crazy priced these days. Therefore, makes me glad I bought a lot of stuff like when it wasn't worth that much. Because like I just want to play these for fun. I don't want to have to like take out a loan to buy a game. Like seriously, what the hell? Oh, it's a ground target again. Okay. Good play. Nice one. Why does it all look the same again? Yeah, there's not tons of variety with this one, is there? It does play well, though, so I can't complain too much. I didn't check the ROM size, but I imagine it would have been relatively small. Yeah, there's it's called a Super Potato. They have a store in Akihabara, Ikebukuro, and then one in Osaka as well. The problem is, Super Potato is very overpriced. The one in Akihabara is a complete waste of time. Even compared to other stores in Akiba, which are already kind of pricey. Like, it's just a rip-off. The one in Ikebukuro is not too bad. I did actually get a few PC Engine games out of there. I think even a couple of SG-1000 bits. But in terms of like getting retro games, the best place is really probably... obviously, Book Off's probably the best, yeah. I got a lot of Famicom games from Book Off. You can also get like Super Famicoms, the actual consoles, for like 500 yen, which is like what, £2, £3, fully working. Like you don't get leads with them; it's just a console on its own. But yeah, they're literally in bargain bins for like £3. It's great. Other stores like Trade is decent with the retro games, and also Mandarake as well. Mandarake is mostly just in Tokyo. But there's a few places like Akihabara and Nakano Broadway is a decent one for getting retro games. But yeah, there's quite you actually have quite a few options. Of course, the most dangerous place to buy retro games from in Japan is Yahoo Auctions, because it's very easy to just tap bid and you end up getting stuff like really cheap. But in terms of shops, yeah, there's still loads of options. And you say about like most Westerns buying like up all the cheap games. I mean, if you like Nintendo stuff, there is still tons and tons of games there. Sega stuff, not so much because they didn't really sell well. Although there's a lot of cheap Saturn games. But yeah, if you like cartridge-based Nintendo games, Sega Saturn or PS Vita, then yeah, there's still tons of cheap stuff there. One thing I found with the junk games is that the cartridge ones are fine, but the disc-based ones, usually the discs are actually knackered. It's just, you buy the junk disc games mainly just for the cases. It's more like, if you already have a copy of the game, but you don't have a box for it, then it's just to buy a box. Yeah, anything that has like tiny bits of like damage, or like the cartridge is a bit yellowed, or it's got a bit of like Sharpie on it, they'll just discount the price massively. So as long as you don't mind your games like not being perfect, you can get some really nice bargains. Yeah, I saw quite a few like PC 8898 stuff for sale. I would have loved to have bought one of those systems, but bringing it back to the UK would have been very, very difficult. So in the end, I didn't get one. Love like the old school Toho games, and like again, it's mainly just the shoot 'em ups and the FM music, FM synthesis goodness. Oh god, don't get me started on the X68000. Yeah, even in Japan, they're still crazy expensive. But my god, what a system! Just the thought of being able to like Chorensha like on an OG 68000, where it's just like, well, it's dream-worthy, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, all the old Falcom stuff, like the music especially, like from Yuzo Koshiro, this is so good. So you got like Sorcerian, Ease, Legend of Heroes. Oh, this like, I'm not too interested in the actual games themselves. For me, it's just the music, but it is some good stuff there. Also, I've kind of lost track of what stage you're on. I think it's stage 4. We've actually got a lot further into this one than I expected to, compared to the games we were playing earlier. But hey, that's not a bad thing, right? Oh yeah, the X68000 was used to to develop a lot of games, and it made sense because like it had the same sound chip and processor as a lot of the games, arcade games from the time. So if you already have the hardware there, you're gonna use it to develop your games, aren't you? I mean, a lot of Sega's like super scalar games got decent ports as well, like Super Hang-On, Afterburner, and all that, and like Space Harrier, and oh yeah, Thunderblade as well. Thunderblade on the X68000 is just chef's kiss. It is so good. I mean, if you want to talk about your Sega OC, then yeah, go for it, man. The only reason I don't really have any rules is because I don't usually get that many people tuning in. The only rule I have is that you have to be subscribed for like more than 5 minutes, because I had one guy once that was just spamming the chat, like creating loads of new accounts. So I sort of had to do that as like to stop people like physically spamming the chat. But apart from that, as long as it's like relevant to Sega and stuff like that, then yeah, just go for it. And yeah, Rusty's a decent game as well. Music is also really nice. It's kind of like a Castlevania style game, isn't it? If I remember rightly. Oh yeah, I know you're subscribed, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be able to post chat messages. No, I appreciate you being here, man. It's always good to see people that are into like all this old school like Sega and PC Engine stuff. It's all good fun. These bosses are always just ground type. Like they spawn things you have to shoot with your normal cannon, and then you have to get near them and then use your bombs to hit them. Quite awkward, actually. But quite an interesting concept at the same time. Definitely gives a different feel to other shooters. Well, it does kind of remind me of some of the bosses in a layer section on the Saturn. Well, obviously that game came out quite a bit later than this. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. That was actually a half decent run, surprisingly. Not a bad game, actually. Maybe a little bit repetitive in the graphics and enemy department at times, but not bad. Right, what have we got next then? I wonder if the wheel will actually become readable at some point as well, because it's still a mess. I swear we could have like 5 parts where we just play shoot 'em ups, but I think I want to limit it to 2. So next we have Gradius next. Okay, I am so bad at this version of the game, so we're not going to get very far. But obviously a household name and probably one of the more well-known shooters on the system. So we'll give it a go. Oh my god, Toho on the X68000 would have been incredible. Yes, please. I need to see that now. I mean, the music wouldn't really sound much different if than what they already did sound like, because obviously the PC98 had like a PCM channel, and then like was it six FM channels and a couple of square waves, so you could recreate that and basically get it sounding basically identical. So probably not really worth making remixes for, because it would just sound pretty much the same, but could possibly explore it one day. I prefer to do like a PC Engine style with Toho. I think the wavetable set is a good fit for a lot of the music. Alright, let's see if we can get past stage 1 on this, because I'm usually terrible at this game. At least we have Turbo Fire. That's our one saving grace here. And regardless of how good or bad I am at this game, you can't deny it is a very, very nice port. I mean, obviously, it was quite an old game by the time this game came. By the time this version actually came out, anyway. But it shouldn't detract from the fact that it's still really, really solid. I love the punchy snare drum sample as well. Pretty sure they use the same samples as Salamander as well. It's usually the boss where I like fuck things up on this game. Yeah, a lot of games just use the YM2203, didn't they, with the 3+3 setup. Honestly, I kind of prefer like that setup because it has a very like unique sound to it with like the hype. With it being like a 50-50 split, it has like a proper hybrid sound to it, which I think really, sounds really nice. And that's why, like, when I've done PC98 remixes in the past, I've only like focused on that specific chip rather than the is it the 2608? I can't remember the exact name for the other chip. I also find it kind of weird that like some games had completely different soundtracks as well between the two sound chips, like Ground Seed and stuff like that, or Flames Epic Oxygen. They just, rather than just make a port of the music for the two chips, they just went, right, we're going to make completely different soundtracks for no reason. Which is really cool still. And we're dead. Yeah, I can never really figure out a good strat for the boss on this. It's just sort of chill in the corner and pray. On the Famicom version, that's usually fine, but on this one, I have very mixed results. So yeah, we're probably not going to get to stage 2, are we? Oh god. I mean, hey, a YM2151's always a good start when it comes to like making retro-based hardware, so yeah, definitely on the right tracks for that, I'd say. Oh god, when you have no power-ups in this game, you're so screwed. Oh, we have no chance of surviving this, have we? What? Yeah, we've got no chance, have we? And Monte, you refer, when you say I've already done a couple of remixes for that chip, do you mean like the YM215 one, or do you mean like the PC98 one? I think I've only done like one YM2151 thing, and that was like years ago and sounds like shit. Because to be honest, I usually prefer to just do Mega Drive stuff instead of YM251 stuff, because I like to be able to like listen to them on real hardware. So it's like when I've done the System 16 style music in the past, I've always just done it on the Mega Drive instead. Even though you get less channels. But maybe I could revisit in the future, I don't know. What the? What's happening? I mean, sure, I'll enter my name, but I don't have batteries in my technical bank, so it's not going to work. Oh, yeah, the PC98, yeah, so the one where it's, there's 3 SSG and 3 FMC, that's the YM2203. But yeah, that chip's really fun to work with. I love that chip. I need to go back to that again very soon. But yeah, the naming conventions for the YM chips are just really confusing. Yeah, it's very easy to forget. When you use them a lot, you sort of remember like some of the main ones, but yeah, there's too many to like know all of them. Anyway, what game have we got next then? Daisenpu. Okay, I have no idea what this game is. Right, where is it then? I think because there's that many different like shooters on the PC Engine, sometimes it's a case of like the name doesn't sound familiar, but when I actually like load the game up, I'm like, oh, it's this one. So I don't actually know if I've played this one or not. Oh, it's from Towerplan though. Nice. Oh, I think I know which one this is. Yeah. We're definitely gonna try easy mode. As for your question about like a YM2151 on the portable device, I honestly don't actually know with that, to be honest. So yeah, I'm probably not the right person to ask, sorry. Okay, so I've definitely not played this game before, but I have seen it for sale in like shops before. And we need to use Turbo Fire. Oh, okay, so the other button gives you like this formation thing. It's like a special attack. That's kind of cool though, because they stay there until I get hit with bullets. That's actually really nice. The white... Oh, am I dead? I was reading the chat and I died. Great. The YM2... Wait, 2143? I'm not sure that. I know there's a 2413, which is the one in the Master System, but that's like a completely different chip that's like a lot less powerful. But yeah, as Morty says, I also the 2612 is on the Nomad handheld. But that had a really terrible battery life, so maybe it's not a great representation. Although I doubt that's the fault of the actual sound chip itself. I'd imagine the sound chip would be very low power, and not really the issue with the power drain. I think the 2151 would probably be easy to get hold of anyway, because obviously it was used in so many different like arcade games and a few computers at the time. There are a lot of fake chips out there, so you gotta be careful. Oh, I'm dead again. Great. I mean, with it being a Towerplan game, I'm not surprised you get sent back. It's kind of their staple, isn't it? Ah, yeah, I forgot about the 2151 not having PCM support. Maybe a 2612 will be better then, because you get kind of best of both worlds. But obviously you don't have the PSG support either then with that on its own. But if you were just creating like a small portable device, it'd probably do the job well enough. You still get 6 channels, so that's still a decent. I mean, the PC Engine has 6 channels. I mean, you get some great music on this system, as you can probably hear. Actually, just sack it. Just put a wavetable chip in. Just put the PC Engine sound. Actually, no, I forgot the PC Engine sound chips and is part of the processor, isn't it? So it doesn't really work like that, but that would have been a cool chip to incorporate into a handheld. I mean, we sort of got that with the WonderSwan, but I only had 4 channels instead, didn't it? But yeah, wavetable and handheld is a great match. I mean, I said this before, like other streams, but I just want a new like modern handheld game gear. Well, they're already a handheld, but I mean like a modern one where you don't have to like replace batteries every 5 seconds, replace the caps that wear out, have something that's actually like in a Game Boy form factor. You know, that kind of like that analog, like the analog pocket, but it plays Game Gear games to the Game Boy games. That would be great. And then maybe chuck in the YN2413 as well, so you can get Master System compatibility. And have like the ultimate Sega 8-bit handheld. Make that a thing, please. I'll be honest, this game feels kind of uninspiring. I think the music being like not very energetic and laid back, along with like the moderate pacing, kind of makes this feel a little bit bland. Definitely not Total Plan's finest effort. But it's fine. It plays fine. It just doesn't wow me, if you know what I mean. It doesn't like feel like it's doing anything special. Although I think the music is definitely a big factor with that. It's just not got an energy to it. I mean, if you think about it, regardless of whether you like keep the original form factor or not, people are gonna associate with the Game Boy. Because if you go with like the traditional form factor, it's gonna look like a GBA. But if you go with the original Game Boy form factor, it's gonna look like a Game Boy. You can't win. It's always gonna get compared to Nintendo, because like they just dominate. They've always dominated the handheld market. So you just can't win. Just make it bigger than the Game Boy, than the Game Gear Micro. That thing was a waste of time. Yeah, honestly, either way, GBA form factor or like Game Boy Pocket form factor, both of those would work fine. Because obviously the Game Gear only has like 2 action buttons and a start button, so it wouldn't really matter. Either way. Because as we explored on the Master System the Game Gear to Master System stream the other week, there are some really fun like exclusive games on that system, and it almost feels kind of wasted being stuck on an awkward console. Because Game Gear games, at least on real hardware, aren't exactly the most accessible games. Isn't the most accessible console. I mean, when they made the Micro, they should have just made it so you got all the games on one console rather than forcing you to buy, like, was it 4 of them? Like, who thought that was a good idea? I have no idea what's happening. The music's changed, but like, is this a boss fight? What's happening? Oh no, I'm dying. That's what's happening. Okay, sure. Oh yeah, we're on stage 2. I guess it's kind of like Truxton, where you just sort of continue from where you left off for each stage, without like a stage end screen. That's fine. Wait, the 2608 was the other chip used in the PC98, right? The one that has like a separate DAC. That's a good chip. Yeah, the Micro, I think the Game Gear Micro, I think, had 4 games on each system. But obviously, each one had different games on it. So, like, one had Outrun and Sonic, and one had, like, Puyo Puyo and things. But, like, you need a bloody magnifying glass to see them anyway, because it's too fucking small. Anyway, this was Daisenki or whatever. Not a particularly memorable game. It's fine, but it's just not really worth playing. Hopefully the next games could be a bit more interesting. And it definitely is, because we're playing Ordyne next, which is from Namco. This one should be quite fun. Although it's horizontally scrolling rather than vertically scrolling. And I'm in the wrong folder. I mean, did the Game Gear Micro get like because obviously the original Game Gear had the super wide gear attachment, which was a magnifying glass. Did the Micro get like a mini one? I think it did. It just looks a bit silly, to be honest. Oh, it's another one of those games where we need the turbo fire. Okay, this one has a very cute art style. Oh, it's got bombs as well. Okay, sure. Yeah, it is a cute up, yeah. I was playing one the other day. I can't remember the name of it, but it began with a C. So if we got into that at some point, that one, you have like a little dragon that you move around, and that's a really cute game. It's not like a horizontally scrolling one. We don't have enough to really do much. I mean, Vulcan Cannon. We don't need a Vulcan Cannon because we have Turbo Fire. That's fine. I do like the idea of a Mega Drive having 10 MHz, 68,000 though, because that would have made Super Hang-On actually ran properly, rather than being a slow mess. Maybe Virtual Racing would have had a better frame rate as well. Extra blast processing, you'll love to see it. Blast processing squared, just call it that or something, I don't know. So it's kind of weird how there's a little bit of vertical scrolling in this. I'm guessing they tried to like reuse some of the assets from the arcade game and it hasn't quite fitted properly on the PC Engine screen. I've never like played or seen footage from the arcade version of this game, so I don't actually know if it does the same thing or not, but it feels kind of forced. Oh god, yeah, Space Harrier 2 is terrible. But I think the problem with that game was that it was like an early game for the system. If they released that game like later, like 2 or 3 years later, so like 1990, 91-ish, maybe it would have been a much better game. Or better, yeah, just have Space Harrier 1, because Space Harrier 2 is shit as a game anyway. The music's mad, obviously the graphics and frame rate are terrible. I don't get why they bothered like making a sequel when they could have just made like done a better job with the first game. Well, at least you can just play the decent version of the PC Engine, so, you know, problem solved. Well, that music is so cheery for, like, just completely obliterating something. Definitely has that classic Namco feel to it. Love to see it. Oh god, what's this? Huh? We're doing like a lottery thing, sure. Sure, we'll do this. I got a stock bomber, sure, nice. Yes, I want to use it now. I've no idea what it'll do, but... Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Pac-Man has appeared, and he's spewing stuff everywhere. I'm guessing it acts as like a kind of force field as well, so that's definitely going to help. Oh god. And we've lost it, lovely. But hey, at least it helped us a bit. Oh, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. Oh, just about got away with that. Also, what the hell are we still shooting at us? I thought we destroyed everything back there. Obviously, yeah, the problem with the Saturn was that they obviously rushed to redesign it after the PlayStation got announced, and they realised that they were like way behind where they needed to be. I mean, maybe they could have gone like the Neo Geo route and just flat out made a consoleized Model 2. I mean, it would have cost a fortune. It never would have worked, but it would have been a cool alternate universe where you had like an actual Model 2 arcade machine at home. Because like half the games are just Model 2 games anyway, and that's what I love about the Saturn. It is like having a Model 2 at home, even if the graphics are a bit shit in comparison. Yeah, exactly. Again, the Neo Geo proved that you can have arcade hardware at home, but it's just no one can afford it. Especially not in 2024 as well. Well, obviously the rush design definitely didn't help with that. I mean, the fact that Sega couldn't figure out what to do with it for a while as well kind of proves the point that it was just way too awkward to work with. Yeah, exactly. Just make the Dreamcast a Model 3. I mean, wasn't the Dreamcast like more powerful than the Model 3? Or am I making it up? So obviously there was a Naomi hardware based on the Dreamcast. And yeah, they fucked up the Sega Rally 2 port, but stuff like F35i Challenge and stuff like that kind of proved that the console was very capable. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh, well, at least you don't get sent back though. That's very nice. You can just carry on our merry way and try not to die again. Nope, I'm going to die again anyway. I just need to stop talking about... Yeah, but wasn't like Soul Calibur based on PS1 hardware? So it's kind of like not a really fair comparison. Oh, wait, hard to find a Model 3? Okay. I mean, Sega Rally 2 definitely could have run at 60 FPS if they didn't use Windows CE, but... yeah. I guess in the right hands it could make it look closer to the Model 3 than it actually was then, I don't know. Either way, still a very decent system. Oh, it's Soul Edge. Oh, okay. Wait, what hardware did Soul Calibur run on then? Because I thought it was like the Namco like system whatever hardware that was on the PS1. Like with Tekken Tag Tournament stuff. Oh no, it's an underwater stage. How the hell is that propeller working underwater? What is this thing made out of to do this? Oh. You got Disneyland in the background as well. Oh my god, imagine Namco, like more Namco games in the Dreamcast, yeah. Like obviously, like yeah, Tekken 3, but like imagine Ace Combat on Dreamcast as well. Man, that would have been so cool. Namco helped Sony out so much, like especially in the early days of the PS1. Like, they carried them so hard. Oh, we're on the lottery thing again, sure. Oh, we have to spend 2,000 quid. Well, we have 37,000, so that's fine. I can encourage gambling on here. I got 5. Okay, this is literally just gambling in a video game. Lovely. Oh, we don't get to play again though. Tragic. Oh, it was Pixel Time. Okay, I thought it was, yeah. I'm glad I'm not going completely insane then. I always found that very weird that Namco chose to like base hardware on arcade hardware on the PS1. Because it just looked really out of date. I mean, I guess it's kind of like Sega with their STV, but also the Saturn can run in much higher resolution. So obviously games like Decathlete and like Radiant Silvergun just looked a lot nicer and actually worked as arcade games. I don't know. I guess it pushed the home versions more, which obviously helped them out in the long run. So it obviously worked for them. Well, anyway, that was Ordyne, and that's actually a really fun game. Definitely got a cute style to it, but you still have to pay attention. Yeah, I know the sound was first, but it was the whole idea of like basing arcade hardware or like on your console. Because didn't the Namco system come out like after the PS1 as well? Oh, okay. So next game, we're back to the Star Soldier franchise now. The next game is Final Soldier, so we know that's going to be a decent one. Now, last time I played this game on stream, I actually managed to complete it. And that was nearly 2 years ago now. I still haven't been able to complete this game since, which is kind of sad, but ah well. Been to the final boss a bunch of times, but never been able to complete it since. So who knows? Maybe tonight will be the second time. Or we'll just fail at the last hurdle again. Probably more likely. Let's see what the setup options are then. I mean, I only really care about the E-beam power-up anyway, so the rest of them are kind of irrelevant. Yeah, that'll do. Also, I don't need Turbo Fire for this either, because it gives you it anyway. I would actually say this one's probably my favourite in like the Star Soldier trilogy on the PC Engine. Just because like the power-up system is very easy to understand, and you have like actual like... It's a bit more simplified, but I just think it works better for that reason. And like you have like a more traditional bomb system and everything as well. But let's be honest, you can't go wrong with any of the 3 Star Soldier games like on the PC Engine. They're all like some of the best games on the platform. I'm surprised they didn't just flat out remake the original Star Soldier actually. But I guess it didn't really need to. Probably would have looked a bit too out of date by the time this came out anyway. Yeah, sometimes less is more. I think that's why games like Raiden have such a cult following, because like that game has like 2 power-ups. And just keeps things really simple. But it's still like a really fun game. It's definitely it's easy to overdo things sometimes. And that's why I love like Rude Breaker on the PC98 so much, because that game only has like 1 power up. It's like you either have it or you don't, and that's it. And it's just really fun. I see a lot of people like say that the Mega Drive port of Raiden isn't great, and while yeah, graphically it's definitely a little bit lacking. I actually really like that port because you actually get difficulty options, so you can play it on easy mode and have like slower bullets and things. It definitely makes it a lot more approachable because it is quite a brutal game. It's one of those where like if you die once, you may as well just give up. I'm not played Raiden Thunder. I know there's Raiden Fighters as well, isn't there? And then like 1 to 5 in like the numbered series. I just love the first two mainly, like Raiden 1 and 2. Like Raiden Project on PS1 is just so good. The music sounds a little bit off when they tried to recreate it using like the PS1 sound chip, but apart from that, it is a really good port. I kind of wish the Saturn got ports because that could have done it. That could have done a decent job of porting them over, but never mind. So many rocks to destroy. Go away. But yeah, the green E power up in this game is definitely like the go-to for me. Oh god, I didn't mean to spit that one up though. No. Now, waiting until 2001 for the Dreamcast would have been even more catastrophic because the PS2 would have already been out for a year, and that would have meant just no one bought it, like because like, yeah.
Alien approaching. Alien approaching.
Obviously, the DVD player thing was a massive talking point, but Sega's reputation was already fucked by that point anyway, so I think regardless of when they released it or what they did, it was always doomed to fail from the start. But releasing it in '98 when the Saturn, at least in Japan anyway, was doing really well still does seem a bit bizarre. Like in the West, fair enough, because the Saturn was like dead, but yeah. They just killed off their own platform that was doing quite well over there. Never a good business move. Oh no, that wasn't the strat. Dying to get a power up should never be your aim. Oh my god, I forgot how like much of a pea shoot the Vulcan is, like the basic Vulcan is. You're so vulnerable with it. Oh, this is going terribly. Yeah, we're definitely not completing the game at this rate. You need to like basically get through the whole game without dying to have enough lives to do the final boss. And we've died like twice already, so we have no chance. Ah well. Again, if we can show up at least half the game, I'll be happy. It's like stage 4-ish or something. Definitely didn't manage that with Soldier Blade earlier, but we were just warming. We were using that as a warm-up game, so I'll use that as my excuse. Sure. Oh, thank fuck for that. We actually have a hit point now. Yeah, I do like the way that you can take a few hits if you pirate your weapon. Rather than just die straight away, you just like lose one stage of your weapon, so you can take like up to 3 hits before dying. Definitely helps you out a lot. These things are really annoying though. Well, thankfully it didn't cause us too much trouble there. Yeah, PC engine games are always bright and colourful, aren't they? I think especially when you're used to like this sort of like gritty looking Mega Drive games, seeing how bright and colourful the PC engine games are, it's really refreshing. It's just a very cheery console in general, like with the wavetable music and stuff. Just a really nice system in general. I just wish more games had support for the 6-button pad. So outside like a couple of fighting games, nothing really supports it. Well, to be fair, it's nice and comfy to use a regular game. Even if you can't use extra buttons, like the larger controller size is definitely more ergonomic, so it is quite comfy to use.
Alien approaching. Alien approaching.
Whoa. Yeah, the bombs are actually quite overpowered, aren't they? But definitely nice to have access to. Definitely a good idea to like try and keep both of them for the boss if you can, because it does do a lot of damage straight away. Yeah, Sega and the PC, they definitely had a good relationship going on. Even if it did feel a bit bizarre having like Sega license their games out to a third party competing against their own console. And quite often being better on the PC engine than their own efforts. Kind of embarrassing actually if you think about it. I mean, we already discussed that in the Sega PC Engine stream we did a couple of months ago, but it's a shame they didn't do more games actually, like Super Hang-On, maybe Galaxy Force at a push. Yeah, because obviously while we did get quite a few arcade ports, there's still a few like big ones there that would have been nice to have seen. Even something like Quartet as well. Like with the yeah, imagine Quartet. Obviously, there was you can have like a 5-player adapter, can't you, for the PC Engine? Imagine actually having 4-player Quartet at home on the PC Engine, like in the late 80s/early 90s. That would have been incredible. Another one of those what ifs. Wonder if it had been like more successful in the West if they would have ever tried like any kind of like 3D stuff for the PC Engine as well, like polygon 3D. I know there was a bit in like one of those, I can't remember the name of it, one of the Japanese PC Engine CD games, but I had a few like polygons going on one of the shooters. But in terms of like actual like accelerator cards and stuff, I don't know. So obviously the expansion port did get used quite a bit, didn't it, with the system. So maybe like a 3D chip could have worked quite well. Kind of like what Sega was gonna do with the SVP chip, where they were gonna have it as like an add-on rather than being built into the cartridge, like that kind of thing. Who knows? And I guess the underlying PC Engine hardware was maybe a little bit too weak for that. Would have been a bit too far ahead of its time. Well, you could argue that because like the CD add-on to PC Engine didn't really add any extra capabilities is why it was so successful like in Japan. Because it was just a lot more affordable and it was just seen as a way to like have bigger games rather than like the focus was never on having better graphics, it was more just about having extra content. And it really worked. Of course, it meant that you had to buy like extra RAM like packs in the HUCard slot, the system card and the arcade card, but think there's a reasonable trade-off.
Alien approaching. Alien
Again, we've got our 2 bombs saved up for the boss, which should help us out quite a bit. I always found this boss really weird with the way like it deploys these things that just sort of get in the way. It's more annoying than anything. It's not difficult, it's just irritating. But yeah, thankfully it's quite an easy one to get past. Just takes a bit of time. I've not played that one. Maybe I'll have to check it out at some point. Okay, so stage 4 is where things... I guess this is where the game really begins in terms of difficulty. The first 3 stages are just there to make sure you're awake. And as you saw in the first couple of stages, we weren't and we lost a couple of lives, but... This is where the difficulty definitely starts to kick up a notch. So you definitely got to pay attention more. You also get these little shits that try and nick your bombs off you as well. They're just really annoying. Like, go away. Ah. All the backgrounds in the stage as well. Definitely has a very nice feel to it. Music's also a bit more dramatic as well, so that's when you know you sort of get the difficulties cranking up a bit. Well, this mid-boss can be kind of annoying if you don't have any bombs. Just shoot a lot of stuff at you. Oh yeah, sorry about that. The kid that beat Tetris recently. That was crazy. That because like, everyone's like, oh yeah, I beat Tetris as a kid, but I don't think people really realize what he actually did. Like he went over the score counter that many times. He actually like caused the game to literally glitch and crash, like a kill screen, like a Pac-Man kill screen almost, but with Tetris. Absolutely mad. I used to play Tetris a lot in like computer science lessons at school, but I was just playing like a knockoff Flash game which would stop getting fast after level 10, so you could just keep going and going and get like 400 lines in like a 1 hour lesson. Good times. Although I did get sick to death of it after a while. Oh no, I lost my bomb. Oh bastard. It's funny because like, the bombs don't even act as shields, but it feels like you get some kind of like extra protection when you have them near you. Like gives you a bit of a feeling of security, even if it doesn't actually do anything unless you like press a button. I know it shoots like little bullets, but they don't really do much, do they? Let's be honest. Not when you've got like a massive like green thing like this. Oh my god, yeah, you definitely don't want these accumulating on the screen too quickly, because that's definitely going to be a problem, as we found out with that. Oh, we're so vulnerable for this boss as well. One hit away from dying, only one bomb. Oh boy, this is going to be awkward. I hate the way the like the feathers fly in like weird directions as well. This might be where we get a GG. Yeah, compared to the last boss, though, it was barely shooting anything at you. This is definitely quite a difficulty spike. Oh wow, we just about survived though. Nice. Yeah, you're right. Similar blazing lasers, isn't it? But to be fair though, I usually just get the shield power up in blazing lasers because you can take like a bunch of hits and like abuse the shit out of it. So at least for that game, you have an actual shield. I love the voice samples in that game as well. I think because we're reaching like getting towards the 2-hour mark for this stream, I won't be playing Blazing Lasers this stream because we'll be here for like quite a while with that game. But when we do part 2, whenever that may be, we'll definitely be jumping on that game because it is definitely it's definitely up there with the best on the system for the shoot 'em ups. Still never completed it though. These games do get very tricky, don't they, towards the end? But that's the whole charm of them, really, isn't it? It is a pretty big flex if you can complete any of them. Oh wait, you can use the multi-bodies as like a shield in Blazing Lasers. Okay, I even realised that. I think I'm just so used to just defaulting to just getting the shield power up. I don't even think about the other ones that much. At least you get plenty of different options for power-ups in that game though, so different ones work for different people. And that's one of the cool things about that game, just the sheer amount of variety in the different weapons and power-ups you could have, because there were so many different ones. Although learning what each number did, because the power-ups are just numbers, aren't they? It can take a while to figure out which ones do what. Oh god, I hate these enemies that like shoot the homing missiles at you. Sorry, there's like the spinning Google Chrome discs or whatever you want to call them. It definitely forced you to use your higher speed setting for your movement. Though it is really nice that you can like change the speed on the fly. I hate games where you have to get speed power-ups, and if you die, you lose them, and then you're basically fucked. This game, all you gotta do is press select, and you get 3 different speeds to choose from, and you just pick whatever ones that suits you. Perfect. Yeah, you have like S and F and things for like your secondary thing. But like for your actual like main weapon, it's just a number. It's like a Roman numeral, isn't it? From like 1 to, is it 1 to 7 or 1 to 6, something like that? Yeah, the attachments letters. Yeah, so many different combinations you can have that as well. And there's so many different like levels to each power up as well. Like my go-to like on the first couple of stages is like number 3, which has like the weird lasers and things, which go in like all sorts of different directions. And that's why there's like 5 or 6 different combinations of laser it appears. It's really cool. I'll have to stage one. I usually just use number 2, which is like the green. It's a little bit like this, I guess, but more of like an arrow shape. That's probably my go-to weapon for most of that game. Ah, not more Google Chrome discs. Leave me alone. Oh, we're about to die as well. Probably didn't even need to use the bomb there, but I'd rather not die. Oh, I swear, every time I talk about like trying not to die, I just immediately die. I'm literally cursed. That's happened in like, what, 3 or 4 games now on this stream? I just need to stop, don't I? Christ. Oh, cheeky bit of slowdown. Oh, we're so vulnerable here. I need to turn the speed down as well. It's getting a bit technical. Okay, that went better than I thought it would. I thought we were going to be a bit screwed there, but thankfully not. Well, at least we got a lot further than in Soldier Boy anyway. Actual decent progress for a change. Although we're definitely yeah, this stage in particular, I complained about this last time I played it on stream. There's too much going on with this. There's too many colours. You can't see what's happening. Like, everything's too bright. It all like blends together. It's definitely not the best designed part of the stage. Although thankfully it's quite short-lived, and now we're back to like actually being able to see what we're doing again. It was I think the background was just too bright. Now, to be fair, slowdown can actually help you out sometimes as well, because like, especially if you're like there's like lots of bullets on the screen, it gives you a little bit more time to react. It's more when it's like constantly shifting back and forth where it can be like very distracting, isn't it? So sometimes it can work to your advantage, other times it just causes more problems than it solves. But obviously, it would definitely be better if there was none at all. And yeah, thankfully you don't get it that much in this game. It's just during a couple of like the boss fights where there's a lot of bullets on the screen. The actual regular stage themselves, I don't think there's any slowdown. At least none I've noticed. Oh no, more Google Chrome discs. No! Why are they here again? We're literally like one. The next hit is game over. I just realized I shouldn't be talking about that because I always die. No, no. There we go. we didn't die immediately afterwards, but not long afterwards. So I guess I kind of cursed myself again. But yeah, not too bad. Definitely not my best run, but it'll do. So I think we've got time for maybe a couple more games, as long as they're like not really long ones. I don't know. I guess if we got Blazing Lasers now, we probably got just enough time to do that. But we'll see. Nope, the next game is... Okay, this one's a bit of a mouthful. Shubi Bin Mantu Adatana Teki. Okay, sure. I have no idea what the fuck that is. It's some random Japanese one. As you can tell from the name of it, but yeah. Oh, that's my mic dying. Lovely. Yeah. Alright, let's see what this game's like then, because it has a random name. Where is it? No, seriously, what? I can't even see it on here. Huh? Is it even... I don't even think it's on here. Let me just Google it real quick and see if it's got a different name. Okay, so it's called Shockman in America. So we'll see if that version works. Because yeah, US games can be a bit iffy sometimes. Okay, there we go. What the hell is this? Is this gonna be like another like not shooter game? Better not be. Oh, it's not even a shooter. Why is this on the list? Nah, this is not. I'm not playing non-shooter games. The whole point of this stream is to play shooters. Right, well, you can enjoy the music in the background while we find like an actual shooter to play. I mean, I'm gonna have a look at this game at some point anyway. It looks kind of fun, but it's not what we're here for. Okay, so we got Saint Dragon then. Okay, sure. That sounds like it should actually be a shooter. And it's also not here. What's happening? What is this list? I should have checked these, shouldn't I? Has this one got another name elsewhere? Let's have a look. Oh, it's called Tenseiryu Saint Dragon. Okay. It's missing a bit of the name. There we go. Wow, what an intro. Oh my god, like a... Well, 8 is very loud. Okay, that's better. We've got an absolutely massive hit... Oh wait, we're gonna have such a huge hitbox this, aren't we? Also, the bullet sounds are way too loud. Who thought that was a good idea? Oh, just cover your ears. That's just horrible. Headphone warning. It literally just sounds like white, like just static noise in the background of the bullet sound effect. It is terrible. Which is a shame because the music's kind of nice. I have no idea how the health system works because like, we're definitely getting hit by stuff, but I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how the health works. Yeah, I can see why the Panthers get you because they jump. They do English. They do jump up quite high, don't they? It's a very strange game the way you like obviously you have like a snake-like character though. Obviously it's a dragon, but yeah. It moves like a snake. But yeah, my god, that bullet sound effect is just hideous. Sounds like boss music. Where am I meant to go? Oh, okay, sure. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, I'm gonna immediately die. Lovely. How far do we get sent back though? I mean, thankfully for like stuff like manga, you get a lot of people like doing like fan translations and scanlations to preserve it. Like, yeah, it's the legality is questionable, but at least it's been preserved that way still, and also translate for people to enjoy. But in terms of like older manga, then it's cool that at least doing at least making an effort. Well, I mean, got sent back really far, didn't we? That sucks. So I'm confused. Like, do you only die if like if the head gets hit? The rest of it is can sort of be used like as like a meat shield. Either way, we're dead. And we're back here again. Lovely. Yeah, I have a feeling we won't be getting past the first stage in this, will we? Although honestly, how irritating that bullet sound is, I don't even mind. Okay, we're dead. That's fair enough. Oh, and OBS is dying again as well. Yay. Yeah, I just got a notification about YouTube dying. OBS dropped. OBS casually dropped 1,000 frames there, so that's really nice. I'm a wide internet here as well. Why isn't it working? Oh well. It wasn't anything important anyway. So next game is Honey in the Sky. Okay. But yeah, I was basically saying about how like I was quite happy to die in the game because I don't have to hear that horrible bullet sound anymore. And then we died like immediately afterwards. So yeah, the game itself's alright, but the sound design, oh my god, just turn the volume down. There you go, Honey in the Sky. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, wall of text. 98. Oh, this is an early game. Okay. Oh my god. Oh no, it's like the first game we played where you have to like rotate the bullets around. Oh no, why? Oh no, why? Plus, the background is a bit of a flickering mess as well. That is not nice. You move so slowly as well. Nah, this ain't the one. I mean, isn't that kind of like what Google Glass would like try to do, where you could have like Google Lens or something like with your Google glasses or whatever? I'm sure that'll definitely be a thing in the future where you have like the Google Lens app like built into a pair of glasses. That'd be sick though. Although I think like actually like spending the time learning a language is also it's difficult, but it's definitely fun and a very rewarding experience, I'd say, if you get the chance to. But yeah, this game is a bit bizarre. You can actually speed up the scrolling as well by moving up. Well, yeah, this is just a really weird one, and not in a good way. Sometimes it's better to stick with tradition. I'm assuming we only get one life as well, judging by the fact we have a health bar. Music's quite cheery though. It's a bit basic. Oh, it's like from here you're alone. Don't fuck it up, mate. Wait, I just pressed start and skipped what I was meant to do something. Oops. Oh, it just ends. Lovely. Never mind. Well, that was Hani Inzad Sakai. Sure. Right, what's next? One problem with like trying to read Japanese text in these old games is like they very rarely use kanji as well. Like this is all just in hiragana only, so it's very difficult to read. Well, to be fair, the original Zelda game on the Famicom was even worse because everything in that is written in katakana, and that is just a nightmare to try and read. Damn. Alright, what's next? Oh, 1943 Kai. Oh, okay. Now we're back onto a proper game. Yeah, well, they've got. I love how this game just has like this like random elaborate story, and then you actually like play the game, and it's just like, ooh, what's going on? Also, I keep forgetting that like my EverDrive has a reset button. I don't need to turn the console off. What am I doing? I think it's just I'm just so used to doing Master System streams where my console doesn't have a reset button. I'm just used to just turning the console off and on. Yeah, kanji's difficult, but honestly, like in the long run, it makes things a lot easier because it breaks sentences down more. You can sort of like see where words like start and end, but the readings are bullshit in Japanese, at least anyway. Like you can have one character of like 7 different ways of pronouncing it, and it's just like, no, please don't make me do this. Oh yes, this is one of those games where it has like the different resolutions, yeah. Like you were saying earlier. We'll stay in horizontal mode though, just to keep it full screen. And sure, I guess we'll do easy to try and get as far in as possible. It's kind of like Soldier Blade is the same thing, but like it's not a tate mode though. It doesn't rotate the screen; it just squishes it. It's a bit of a strange design choice, but eh. But yeah, this one is definitely one up there with one of some of my favourites, like shooters on the system. It's a really nice port. And definitely more towards the side of like, not quite bullet hell, but there is often like a lot of stuff going on in this one with enemies and bullets on the screen. It can get quite chaotic at times. Although the power-up system seems to be a little bit broken because like usually, at least when on the arcade version, like the number next to your power-up is like the amount of seconds you have it for. So I should be dropping like every second, but for some reason this ROM that I have that came over Drive, you seem to get unlimited time with your power-up. So I don't know if that's like a glitch or if this is in the actual port of the game. Either way, I'm not complaining because it means I get the power-ups for, well, unlimited use. So it definitely helps make the game easier. I mean, I'm on easy mode, so there's a chance that's maybe why, but I don't think it is, but I honestly can't remember. I've just never seen like the timer drop in this game though, in this version. Just a little bit of a weird one, really, isn't it? But yeah, the triple shot is definitely my go-to. Help you off then. But yeah, cheers for joining anyways. It's fun to have a chat around different Sega things and learn a few bits along the way. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing a part 2 for this, so if you get a chance whenever that ends up being, then I'd really appreciate it. And we'll play some more games like Raiden, Blazing Lays and stuff. I actually can't see them, no. I can just see the chat messages, so if you're like doing like hearts and things, I actually can't see them, sorry. Maybe they do appear, I'm just not seeing it because I'm looking at the game more, but yeah. Oh wait, no, yeah, I just saw the heart thing move. Okay, That's pretty cool. Obviously, with them only being like temporary, on display temporarily, I'm usually like too fixated on the game itself to notice it, so that's probably why I didn't really see them before. Because obviously with chat messages, they actually stay on the screen, so yeah. It'd be fun if I could get like my own like custom emotes one. Wait a minute, the cow scored thing's back. What the hell? It's from Sidearms. Huh? But yeah, you two take care as well. And thanks for joining. Oh wow, 100% destruction rate. That's nice. Alright, see you. But yeah, I don't think I have enough subscribers for custom emotes to you anyway. Not subscribers, watch time. YouTube partner bullshit and all that. They won't even let me monetize my channel. Why? Have enough subscribers but not enough watch time. Bro, like my videos are like 2 minutes long. Just let me have this one, please. I'm not even halfway like on the watch time to qualify for monetization either, which is just bullshit. Why are you like that, YouTube? Oh, I love how like chill the music is in the second stage. I mean, it doesn't match how chaotic the game is, but it's still really nice to hear. As you get attacked by a million planes at once. Thankfully, there's a lot of health bonuses in this game. It's not like one-hit death. It's just like you have a life bar, and then when that dies, it's just game over. Kind of like the last game we played, but implemented in a much better way. You know, with a more functional weapon system rather than having to like rotate the bullets. Like I said with the first game we played, that only works well when you have control in both directions. When you're forced to only go like one way, it just becomes really awkward and cumbersome, and it never works well. So I think some versions of Super Smash TV are the same, because that game was designed for twin sticks. And if you're playing on a Super Nintendo, it works great because you can use like the 4 face buttons. But if you're on like the Sega Master System port, it's a bit of a mess. But again, like this PC Engine has 2 face buttons, so like all I had to do was put auto fire on and then have each button be each direction. Like it could have been implemented fine. It's just they design choice was just flawed as hell. Not quite 100% that time, but 89% still decent. Alright, who's next then? Garnigal, okay, sure. I forgot, yeah, the title music is actually stage theme as well. It's good music though, so I don't mind them reusing it. But again, it's really chill and like jazzy, even though like the gameplay itself is chaotic as hell. I love it though. It's so good. So since we've been playing for like, what, 2.25 hours now, get on 4, I am going to make this one the last game for this stream. And obviously, like I said before, we'll have a part 2 at some point as well. Depending on what the schedule is for like the Dreamcast Euro night, it might be next week, it might be a few weeks. But yeah, we'll definitely do a part 2 because there are so many more like awesome shooting ones we haven't covered yet. Like obviously like Blazing Lasers, Ryder, you like Twin Cobra, obviously Superstar Soldier, Gallagher 88. There's just so many more, and we've barely scratched the surface in this. And I'm talking about doing a part 2, but honestly, we might end up needing a part 3 as well, because there's just so many games to cover. But we definitely got a few decent ones anyway, and also a few not so decent ones. But when you have that many games, there's always going to be some that are better than others. In fact, for this one we're playing right now, it is definitely up there with the best. Actually, go back to the topic of like Sega, like arcade games like on the PC Engine. Scramble Spirits would have been actually a really cool game to see on this platform as well. So obviously it was on the Master System. But yeah, I think that would have worked well here. But never mind. That one always seems to come across as like a bit of a more of an obscure game from Sega. Okay, 96%, so definitely a big improvement over the last stage anyway. Although I think we're going to struggle to repeat the 100% success we got off the first stage. Right, Choco, you're next. Well, I could really do with getting my triple shot back. Because like, while this weapon, like, it's a bit stronger, like, the only being able to, like, shoot straight ahead kind of makes it difficult when you've got, like, enemies coming from all sides, like this. That's more like it. Ah, it's gone again. God damn it. Yeah, you really need more, like, bullet spread when in these segments. And that is not it, but it looks very nice. Does some pretty fat damage, though. So it's not completely useless. Okay, that's more like it. It's quite difficult to like get the weapon you want sometimes because like you have to shoot the power up to like change its form, and it usually alternates between health bonus and then a weapon. Obviously, because you're so busy trying to shoot all these different enemies, it can be quite easy to end up accidentally shooting it to something you don't want and then collecting it. A little bit like the bell system in Twinbee, where like you're trying to keep them in the air and then get it to a specific color. But then if you shoot it once, it's just gone. Alright, what's this? Oh my god, what's going on there? I forgot to remove the sprites. Oh god, this bit's... I remember this bit being very difficult, yeah. It's just shooting all the boats down again. But if you don't like shoot all of them down, like if you don't destroy them all, you have to like redo the segment again, but without your health regenerating. Because obviously usually, if you complete a stage, you get your health like maximized with like a bit extra. But yeah, if you fail, you have to redo it without it being recharged. So if you fuck up, you basically it's basically GG. So it's definitely in your best interest to destroy everything. Oh, to be fair, that should be a bit of a given, really. But yeah, failure is definitely not an option here. I'm honestly quite impressed how they can have like so many sprites and bullets on the screen at once without having like any slowdown. I know it's a slightly later game for the system, like was it about 91-ish, but still very impressive. And there's not that much flicker either. Like there was a bit like with the clouds and things in like the earlier parts, but in terms of like the enemies and bullets themselves, they're very clear and easy to see, so actually being able to see what you're meant to dodge definitely helps out a lot. As we saw in Final Soldier earlier, where the start of stage 6, like you just couldn't see anything, and then we ended up taking damage as a result. Anyway, we actually got through this, which is nice. Only 73%, which isn't great, but it was enough to like not redo it, so I'll take it. Okay, so Ayako 3 is next. Okay, so I think Ayako was the stage 2 boss with the big plane originally. So there's another one now. Okay, sure. Oh, I just realised I could have had the chance at getting like some side planes there, but I ended up shooting it by accident. No. But yeah, you can see the some of the clouds that are like sprites flickering a little bit. Yeah, it's more just the clouds, isn't it, that seem to flicker. Joe's had the sprite priority set so that the enemies draw first, which is definitely was definitely the right decision. Because I mean, the clouds are just there for like decoration after all, to make it look nice, rather than like being actual part of the core gameplay. I guess like one downside to this game, as I mentioned from like another game before, is there's not much variety. The enemies are all kind of the same, and I guess there's only so much you can do when your playing game is set in World War II. They're going to look the same, aren't they? That was kind of a problem with this series in general. It's like 1942, obviously this 1943 Kai. It's fine. It still looks nice, but yeah. More variety might have been nice, but honestly, I don't think it really makes a huge difference to this game. It doesn't need it. Whereas like the Namco games, I think it was at Cybercore before, that one felt very repetitive, but this one honestly doesn't feel that bad. Well, that's just obviously just personal preference. Oh, we are about to die. Oh, okay, there we go. That was quite a good run. We were on easy mode, but we got a decent way through, I'd say. Maybe I could do one more game, I don't know. Depends what appears. I mean, it's Cycle... Okay, fuck it. We'll do Cycle Chaser and then we'll end the stream. Because I was thinking of maybe doing like 2.5 hours, and we'll probably end up dying quite quickly anyway on this game. So yeah, we'll do one more. And then we'll save the rest of the decent ones for next time. Oh, it's from Naxat as well. Nice. Naxat were really decent with the PC. Obviously, they did the Devil Crush, the pinball game with like the crazy music, and also they did a few decent shooters. So yeah, Naxat was definitely a decent company when it came to PC Engine games. So this was kind of weird because obviously you're not controlling a ship, but like just a person, like a mecha or whatever. But it still plays like a traditional shoot 'em up. I quite like it though. So you have your main button which auto fires for you, and then you have your other button where you can like cycle between different weapons, a la Radiant Silvergun almost, and then just sort of like find the ones that work best for you. Quite nice actually. Nice that you can like sort of flick between different ones on the fly. Oh wow, we just immediately got one hit killed. Lovely. Wait, have we got to start again? Oh, you're kidding me. You have to do the whole stage if you die. That's terrible. What? That's just cheap. That's just a really cheap way to make the game longer. Come on. That's that. You can do better than this. Well, if we die on that boss again, I'm just gonna give up. 'Cause I'm not doing this whole stage again, like for a third time. It's just too much effort, isn't it? Never mind, I didn't even get to the boss. Yeah, just making you redo the whole stage just sucks. Yeah, that's kind of terrible. Well, I guess we're gonna leave it there, aren't we? I thought we'd be playing this for like 10 minutes, but no. Dodgy game design made me just want to quit this game straight away. So that's gonna wrap it up for this stream then. So yeah, this is only part 1, so we're definitely not done with PC Engine shooters because there are still tons of ones to explore. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Hopefully next Thursday, might be a couple of weeks, I don't know yet. I'll do a community post as and when. And as always with these kind of streams, I will timestamp the each game. So if you missed any games on the stream and you want to jump straight into them, you should be able to do that. Obviously, it'll also act as a way for people in the future where if you want to jump to the different parts to quickly see which ones like were actually featured. So yeah, I'll do that when I get a chance in a bit. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. Cheers for joining, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. So goodbye.